Hey, I'm Sam.
Cortina.
We're the co-founders of Fin. And we wanted to talk a little bit about this kind of analogy we've been using around Fin analytics and game tape, how sports teams, kind of modern sports teams get performance. Do you want to kick it off, Cortina, with what we were thinking about?
Yeah, I think it's pretty common knowledge that if you're playing on a football team and the professional level, Monday morning you come in, the whole team sits together, watches the tape of the previous game, dissects everything that happened, talks about what could have gone differently, tries to understand what the opponent did, what you did, and just really understand at a pretty deep level everything that happened and how you can do better next time.
Yeah, it's like everyone knows the score. Everyone's always known the score. But the real change in the last bunch of years in sports has been this idea that, players are sitting there with their coaches reviewing their personal performance, exactly like what plays they made, how they can do better individually. And then you're kind of taking all that game tape and turning into data as a coaching team, right? And figuring out what, as a team, you want to change strategy-wise, right? So in football, this is a big thing. In baseball, obviously, there was that kind of whole great movie, Moneyball, Billy Beane, Sabermetrics. They kind of revolutionized scouting and coaching and team building and even what metrics mattered to baseball.
Yeah, that was interesting about that movie, the kind of discrepancy between what people thought was important and what turned out to be actually important as the metrics that drove winning at the end of the day. And if you watch that movie, you'll see this resistance from everyone, and kind of people liked the old vanity metrics, and everyone was really skeptical of this sort of new methodology.
That is until it worked.
Yeah,
right?
And then it turned out to work really well.
Yeah, and the players liked it because they knew what to do. Everyone's kind of on the same page. And so I think that's kind of like, you take the analogy to Fin analytics and a lot of what we're doing. It's like there is a direct line you can draw and say, look, knowledge work broadly, right? And operations work like customer service or, SDRs, sales, right? This is exactly the world they live in, where there is a score, right?
Yeah.
But kind of know the outcome data, but you have no idea what the inputs are. And without that creates a lot of tension, right? Because people don't know what to be optimizing for. The coaches, the managers might say, do better or score more touchdowns, right? But not how to do it, right?
Telling people to get your CSAT improved is like just telling your team win more.
Yeah,
right? It's just kind of like a tautology.
Right. Whereas all of a sudden, when you can kind of pull the process data in, right, by understanding and kind of shadowing people in terms of what they're doing continuously, you get better coaching, and then you get obviously the data you need to better optimize like the performance of the team overall and win more.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the analogy. So I don't know. Watch Moneyball. It's good. And if you have an ops team, consider using Fin Analytics.
Cool.